So the Rabbi continues, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're in the Sefer Hashem. Today is the 27th of the month of Tammuz, Friday of Parashat Batot B'Sefer Hashem. So he says like this, the Pasuk says, Hu yishuvcha rosh v'atat teshofenu ekev. Right? So he's gonna pressure your, what's his name? And Hu yishuvcha rosh v'atat teshofenu ekev. Right? So Hashem tells Nachash, he tells the snake that he's gonna squash, right? He's gonna squash your head, and you're gonna squash his heel, right? Right. Right. Hashem is telling the Nachash, this is gonna be there's gonna be a war forever between you and the snake.
What does the snake symbolize?
What?
What does the snake symbolize?
The snake that came and told Chava to eat from its that's the snake, right? Huh?
Literally?
Yeah, literally. The most fearsome animal in the world is the snake. The python, those big ones. They could swallow.
Or anaconda?
They eat actually. They swallow. I saw somebody sent me a video. They swallow elephants.
An elephant?
They could swallow elephants. Small little baby elephant. They could swallow easily.
Wow, but that's in
Crazy.
Brazil or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. Those animals, the most fearsome. So I said, what does that mean? So the Rabbi explains. Niredi b'siyata dishmaya seems to me the following. אם האדם התחנך מקטנותו על פי התורה והיראה, if a child is brought up, a person brought up from his childhood, that the Torah is the way of life, the fear of and love, אז יוכל לזכך את גופו, החומרים מזוהמת הנחש הדבוקה בו. He could cleanse his physical body, even from the, what's his name? From the poison of the snake that was thrown into us. על ידי חטא אדם הראשון, from the sin of אדם הראשון. ובזה ינצל שלא יתהפך חוט השדרה שלו לנחש אחרי 7 שנים לפטירתו. And Rabbi says over here that the merit of a person's living Torah life will guarantee, and fear of Hashem will guarantee that apparently he says in the grave after what's his name? After 7 years, the spine turns into a snake. So that's the people who would not live life according to Torah. Now he's telling us the little Gemara over here. כמו שכתוב בזוהר הקדוש במאמר רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, as it brought down in Zohar HaKadosh over there, that the shidra, the spine turns into a snake of an individual who didn't live Torah life in this world. ולא למד תורה ולא התחנך al birkei lomdei Torah. He did not learn Torah, this person. He did not learn from the Talmidei Chachamim. ולא כן, משחרם במודים, דהיינו שהתחנך על ברכי ההוריו ומוריו על פי התורה. So he says, however, there is a way out. This is talking about completely a person who was completely ignorant of Torah. But if a person davens Shmoneh Esrei, and he bows down, that moves all his 19 coils of the what's his name, of the shidra. You're gonna say it's 18, it's actually 19. I know the scientists think it's only 18, but there's a bone that's actually like a rotable, but I guess it's stuck. They don't know it's a coil. It's actually also a coil. They don't know it. Anyway, so it's actually 19. Okay, that's why we have also 19 brachot Shmoneh Esrei, right? You move and then you modim, and you move all of it. Okay, that anybody who davens the Shmoneh Esrei and he bows down during the modim, okay, it's like he was in his whole life in Torah. שחוט השדרה שלו חי וקיים משפשוף הנחש והוא קם בתחיית המתים. So this individual who davened and he bowed down, made sure that his 19 coils moved of the shidra, of his spine moved during the Shmoneh Esrei. This will guarantee that his spine will not turn to a snake. Okay, and as a guarantee that his spine will be revived. Obviously, that only makes sense. If it turned to a snake, halas, that means this world is all about this. This individual was all about this world. He didn't care about Torah. He didn't care about anything. He didn't daven, so he doesn't have to be. The Chet HaMetim is only for privileged people. It's a privileged club. Oh, another club. It's another club. We're discussing where I live in my neighborhood. There's a so-called synagogue, but it's a club. It's a privileged club. You have to be, behave yourself a certain way. Okay, anyway, we got so over here. You have a privilege club. You go to Gan Eden, you have a privilege club. It's much privilege. וגם מתוקן על ידו שם הבבל של השם והכיסא. So over there he's telling you that this person who lives and davens by he fulfills the Torah, he is mitaken the Shem of Hashem. That was what? That was actually defiled by the sin of the tree of knowledge. Of that. Because in that, in Adam HaRishon had all the neshamot, all the incapacitated neshamot that were supposed to be born. Everybody. All the neshama of goyim, anything that's in this world, it's all was in Adam HaRishon. And then it got and split into what's his name. I mean, the simplest way to understand it, just to have some image, a shattered glass, right? What's a anti-shattered glass? Anti-shattered glass is not supposed to shatter, right? But it's not true. It's gonna get shattered because it's glass. So they put certain element, so it's like little pieces. So it was one big neshama of Adam Rishon, split into billions and trillions and gazillions of little pieces. And that's what we are implementing this world now to make again. And again, the person, the rabbi is telling us that we should be careful with the kids, the children, and imbuing the children from the beginning, from the young age, with learning the Torah and Yirat. So what does the pasuk says? Who is Rashi Tevot? I mean, splitting the world, the letters Hey Vav Aleph. So that's the Hey Vav Aleph of Hashem's name. Yeshupach Rosh, right? Hashem says to Nachash, the man will smite your head. Masha Barakadosh Baruch Nachash. What Hashem told Nachash, Tikun Havav Aleph Yeh Al Yedei Yeshupcha Lishon Shvitat Gdira Amunachat Al Esh HaTorah. So he says, what does it mean? The word Yeshupach, that Yeshupach. What is the hint to what? He says Lishon Shvitat Gdira Amunachat Al Esh HaTorah. Shvitat, what is this? Shvitat or Shvitat? I'm not familiar with this word, but it's not like maybe stirring the fire, the dish that was on the fire, the pot that was on the fire of the Torah. So meaning he's involved in learning the Torah. This person is always there. Yeah, he comes to the Midrash, he learns, comes to the Shiurim, he davens, all those things. Verosh pirusho hatchala. So he says, Vehu yishuvcha rosh. What does that mean? He will I guess squash your head, or in this case stir your head, meaning from the beginning. The child from the beginning has to be imbued with this constant mixing him in the Torah. Mirashito umekatonoto imhu yizkeh lelmod Torah. That from the youth and while he's still a baby, to imbue him with the Torah knowledge. Ve'im lo ata teshufenu aked. Has v'shalom. Hashem says to the Nachash, if the individual is Rahman al-Islam far away from the Torah, or is not involved in the Torah, then Hashem says to the Nachash, you teshuvenu eked, then you smite his heel. What does that mean? Lesof, lebasof, yishavshufu Nachash bekever ad achar sheva shanim kishiur ibur Nachash. And why specifically 7? So that the Nachash at the end of his life, when he's going to be buried in the grave, his spine will turn into a snake. And what's the significance of 7 years? It's actually birth. If the Nachash, if a snake got pregnant, it takes 7 years for it to become a baby out of it, to be a born baby, basically. The most out of it before that is 18 months of elephant. It takes 18 months elephant. You imagine 84 months the snake has to wait to have a baby. So same thing over here, is that if chas v'shalom, a person who didn't follow the Torah, his spine will turn into a snake, which again that corresponds to the fact that he didn't use his coils of his spine to bow down to Modim. There's somebody showed me a video the other day, one of my students in YouTube over there, of Karaim. Mamash. Karaim, you'll be surprised, it's a very big movement in Israel today. Big movement.
Yeah, they are.
Crazy, I'm telling you. Like
I met one.
Huh?
I met one.
Yeah, it's a big thing, and they're mocking Rabbanim and then the whole Zach. We follow Torah. What's Karaim means? Karaim, he says, we follow Kra, Pasuk, Torah. So I said, you temple, you have to be an imbecile. Yeah. You don't follow no Torah, no nothing, because the Torah tells you clearly what? Clear, and they're saying, they pride themselves. They pride themselves that there is no Torah Shabbat Peh. There is no Rabbanim. This is all fake, they're saying. This whole tefillin business, a whole thing.
Are they Jewish?
No, they're 100% Jews, but Eitzarara, what do you think they are? Big Eitzarara. Big business. It's a big, profitable business. You could turn Torah into the biggest, most profitable business in the world. If
they join up with the Christians. The Christians like them go against the world.
No, again, they join whatever. Again, but it's not true. Kara says clearly, Lo Yasur Yamin was small, to go against the rabbi. So what Hashem is talking about? For nothing. Torah tells.
Is not the same thing?
What? No. Karaim, Tzedukim, Baitosim is a different world over there. I explained. Tzedukim and Baitosim. Today we have most Jews are Tzedukim and Baitosim. Even we are over this issue. We are today living the life of Tzedukim and Baitosim. What's the Tzedukim and Baitosim? The main argument was, do you do a mitzvah that gives you more reward? That was the meaning. Concentrate on mitzvah that gives you most reward. That's Tzedukim and Baitosim. That was the whole argument. That's it. We are literally, it's a fine line. Today, most Jews are actually teaching it. Go do a bigger mitzvah. Donate to a bigger mitzvah. It's Tzedukim and Baitosim. Because that's the way, that's what Tzedukim and Baitosim were fighting with the Rebbe. What did they say over there? Rabbi Tiglash Yisrocha said, don't concentrate on the reward. And the Tzedukim and Baitosim actually said, no, you have to concentrate on the reward. Why should I spend my $1,000 to this poor person who's in front of me? Let me give $1,000 to the yeshiva. And it's wrong. The yeshiva is not in front of you. But yet today, 99.9% of the Jews are Tzedukim and Baitosim. They're not 100% there, but they're talking like that. That's what it is. Why should I give to this poor person? But he's in front of you. The halacha says, Antikdosh Yisrocha says, don't say, why should I give this $1,000 to this poor person? He's in front of you. That's the halacha. Hashem says, do the mitzvah that's in front of you right now. Don't say, a rich, I'm going to give to the yeshiva, it's going to be bigger. I'm going to give to a koilel, it's going to be a bigger mitzvah. That's exactly what Tzeduk and Baitos were fighting about, and that's exactly why they went against Hashem. But Karaim is totally different, not cases. The guy tells me, he shows a video in the Knesset, they have no chairs, no tables. They actually bow down like Arabs. They're all prayer. They only pray.
That's all oral.
Huh?
There's irony, the whole thing. Where they just not written.
No, 1 second. They do what's his name? Not tefillin. Do you know what the punishment of not tefillin is?
What?
The punishment of tefillin is actually worse than this almost. Well, he at least he is nachash. He has some kind of life in this world. Maybe he'll do something. Maybe he'll do. Hashem will use the nachash for something.
Did they have kippah though?
Huh? Yeah, of course they had a kippah. Where does the kippah from? It's not cases. So he says he's priding himself in not putting on tefillin. I just wanted to hit the nekudah of tefillin. Hashem Rachem, the Gemara says in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, somebody who doesn't put on tefillin and nothing. Imagine yourself, the guy lived in this world, he gets punished when he dies for all the sins that he did, and then after all that punishment, he gets zero. His neshama is just nothing. Nothing. Don't put on tefillin. And these people are priding themselves. Again, this is we're talking about. Over here, this individual has it better. Okay, Chavre, Shabbat Shalom. Is that Hashem? I'm going to start davening, and I'm sorry, I'm going to learn the Shabbat.
No.
Hopefully Sunday we'll encourage you. It's my fault. I should be there earlier.
Sunday, you want to
Shabbat Shalom.